everyone doing this morning? Awesome, me too. Good morning and welcome to the Hollywood Reporter's 2024 Women in Entertainment Power 100 Breakfast Gala, The Search for Curly's Gold, Part 1, Folie à Deux. When I was told I had been chosen as one of the Power 100 women in Hollywood, I was so incredibly honored. And then I said, which number am I? And they said, it doesn't work that way, you're all equal. And I said, okay, well, if that's the case, then can I sit at Nicole Kidman's table? And that's when the correspondence ended. But then, they asked me to do the opening remarks for today, and I didn't even read the rest of the email before I was like, oh, hell yeah. But then I should have, because I then read 7 a.m. arrival time. What the fuck is this? A breakfast gala for women in Hollywood? We don't even eat that meal, but truly, no, what better time to honor women than at 8 a.m., before the industry is even awake, in that coveted post-Thanksgiving, pre-Christmas Hollywood dead zone. We are women in Hollywood, hear us roar, but not too loudly because the hotel has a quiet policy enforced until 9 a.m., so. But this is awesome. I love being in full glam at the crack of dawn. What am I supposed to do the rest of the day looking like this? I have fake eyelashes, fake hair, overlined lips. I can't go to Ralph's looking like this. It would be ridiculous. And if I want to go to Erewhon, I'm gonna need to get touch-ups. It's Usually women who look this done up at 7 a.m. aren't entering the Beverly Hills Hotel, they're leaving with a wad of cash and a fun story about Charlie Sheen. But being a woman in Hollywood is really difficult for a multitude of reasons that we're gonna get into in a second. But can we all just acknowledge the toll glam takes on our schedules? Thank you. Did you have to, everyone start getting ready when it was still dark outside? Yes? In fact, I really think this very speech I'm giving right now probably could have been 20% better had I not spent most of yesterday getting ready just to feel presentable enough to read this in front of some of the most stunning and powerful women who have ever walked the planet and their plus ones. And it's a lot, right? It's hard to write a speech in the same day. You have to get a spray tan, do a fitting, get your nails done, and bleach your asshole. I mean, I didn't have to do that last one, but I don't know what the rest of the day entails. And yeah, it's a privilege to get all done up and have a team of pros make me look as glamorous as I can possibly be. But let's just remember that this is a part of our job that men don't really have to do, right? And when they do, you hear about it nonstop. So Colin Farrell is so dedicated to his craft that he spends 3 hours in the makeup chair to transform into the penguin. That's how long it takes me every day to make sure I don't look like a penguin, okay? Or any other flightless bird that some Redditor may compare me to and ruin my week. And I know I don't have to wear makeup, but yes, I do. I'm not Pam Anderson. I haven't earned the right to a bare face. I've been famous for 5 minutes. If I started showing up places without makeup, my agents would place me under conservatorship. Controlled by Jamie Spears. They wouldn't even give it to my dad. But I digress. Let's get back on track. Let's just take a moment right now to really appreciate the firepower in this room. I mean, look around. This is the Power 100, the most powerful women in Hollywood assembled here together in the same room. I mean, we're like the Avengers of people who haven't seen the Avengers. And I'm so honored to be here. It really is because of bold, badass women like you all that I even get to stand up here and speak my mind and say insane things like I bleached my asshole. And I still get to work in this business. And yeah, that work is gonna be in Charlie Sheen's hotel room, but a job's a job. And today we're here to celebrate, honor, and encourage each other, which, let's be honest, in an industry that relentlessly pits us against each other isn't always easy to do. You know, I'm so proud to be in this group of amazing women, but I know that sometimes I struggle with supporting women. And I bet you do too. Like, I'm a jealous bitch. I can't help it. I wish I wasn't, but I mean, I would bet there are at least like 30 of you in here today that I have at one point muted on Instagram because you got some job I wanted, or you had some relationship I envied, or worst of all, your hair air dries straight. It's like, fuck. And you gotta mute. And muting is fine when you need to protect yourself from the comparing and despairing. But the thing I found that has helped me in this business more than anything is sleeping with powerful men. I'm kidding. It's Adderall. But besides those two things, the truth is the hard thing to do is to be kind. And not Ellen kind. It's like, no. Kind, you know, it's so easy to just judge, envy, and resent women you fear will take your place in this business. But the harder thing to do is to bring them in, to give advice, to give them opportunities. I really try to challenge myself to do exactly what I really wanted women to do for me when I was coming up in this business. Because when I first started in stand-up over 2 decades ago, a whole Jenna Ortega ago, I'll never forget that there was this, in my tiny St. Louis stand-up scene, there was a woman who I really looked up to in the scene who didn't really like me. And in fact, she went out of her way to tell everyone who mattered that I slept with comedians for stage time, which of course wasn't true. I blew them. But it's different. But it sucked, man. Like, we've all had something like that happen, and her actions, like, actually impacted my life, and it was bad. But then I moved to LA, and I got out of there, and then I met comics like Caroline Rhea and Sarah Silverman, Wendy Liebman, Bonnie McFarlane, and Natasha Leggero, who were actually, like, nice to me. And it wasn't just because I ate a mean puss. I mean, it was because they understood. They understood what I hope we all get from today's event, that we're better when we support one another. We are, especially when that girl that you supported could one day cast you as her wacky aunt in her hit TV show after your career derailed because of your botched eye job, okay? Which, I just turned 40, so we're years and years away from that, 2 years. But this morning, I'm so proud to be a part of the Hollywood Reporter Women's Power 100. And I'll close by quoting the great Lady Gaga, who once said, at least 36 times, if there are 100 people in a room and 99 don't believe in you, you're probably at the Men's Power 100. Thank you very much. Enjoy